What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into Chase Games here, and today we are going to talk about ability scrolls and how you can use them to put additional abilities on your units. Now, all units come with 2 to 4 abilities. Generally, the fourth is through talent blossoming, although things are changing a little bit. The one exception is hero units. Hero units cannot be taught an additional ability, no matter how many abilities they have. Well, you can't teach them one with a scroll. Now, this has not hit global yet, but it's happening any day, any week now. It appears there's going to be a system that will allow you to have 3 scrolls learned on a unit, but you can only have 1 active at a time, which I actually am reshooting this video because I was way too lengthy before. So let's try to stop beating around the bush. Okay, so if you hit party, okay, let's make this real baby mode here because that's what I aim to do. Okay, party, and go to learn ability. Okay, let's see. Let me. Oh, I already did this. So let's find another unit that'll actually teach a scroll to. Who needs to learn something? Okay, you know, here's the thing. We're gonna go and we're gonna teach it to something worthless. Here we go. This guy. Okay. I think he had some decent stats. Grenade. Uh, let's talk real quick about how the scrolls work. Okay. Back in the day, okay, us day one players, we were always very careful with scrolls. And the ones that we coveted most were things like, say, Hellfire Slash, that did 180% potency, physical damage, and there's one for each element. Okay, and those we would be very careful with, and we would teach them our S ranks and stuff. And then we quickly found out that they're worthless. Okay, they really are. Well, let's look at a unit now. This is an old school example. It's even worse now. But let's go back. Royal Reptile. I believe his main ability was, we'll call it Zap Slash. It was something like that. It wasn't a fancy name. Okay, it was a standard A rank single strike, 270% potency, which takes it up to 405% at level 10. Okay, and let's say, oh well, for type coverage, let's give him Smoldering. Oh, you know, that's actually a different one. Let's look at yeah, Hellfire Slash. Let's put some frizz damage on our Royal Reptile. That'll help him. This is 180% frizz type damage. Okay, well, okay, we just got at level 10, Royal Reptile Zap Slash is 405% potency type neutral. Okay, Hellfire Slash, when you level that up to 10, that'll be 270. And then if something is weak to frizz, it goes all the way up to 405% potency. But here's the thing, that Zap Slash on Royal Reptile, he's also getting perks to it. Okay, his 3rd and 5th Awakening are adding 5% potency each to that move, at least. I can't recall. I think it was just 5%. Awakenings were very lame back in the day. So yeah, that move would be boosted by 10%. So even when they're both hitting, like when the B rank scroll's hitting weakness, his A rank ability, as long as the unit doesn't resist Zap, is still stronger. Okay, so the only situation in which Hellfire Slash on Royal Reptile would be worthwhile is if they resist Zap and are weak to Hellfire Slash. And here's the thing, if that's the situation, you're just going to use a different unit. So putting B rank skills on your A ranks, worthless. Now, if you're comparing to only B rank skills, yes, they do serve to other. Did I say, yeah? These B rank scrolls to other, like A rank units used to only have B and lower abilities. They had a lot more worth then. But honestly, now that A ranks are coming with A rank abilities and they're getting blossoms and whatnot, and there's such a larger pool now that even among B rank abilities, if you want to do frizz damage with an A rank, you're going to bring a unit that has Awakening perks that are going to increase the abilities it already has. When you teach a scroll to your unit, obviously they're not going to have any perks that back that up. Although some of them do have, some units will have a slight elemental boost, but it's really negligible. It doesn't really apply here. So anyway, you know this guy. I like this guy, Hodolum. So yeah. Anyway, these scrolls that we thought were very valuable in the beginning, they're worthless. Also, this one is something that looks really cool. Slime Dunk. Whenever you use it to hit a slime, it does. It's 270% potency and only 135 to anything else. Here's the thing, okay? So when you max level that, that's 405% potency. Do you know what that's exactly the same as? It's exactly the same as hitting them with any of the elemental strikes when they're weak to it. So unless you're in a, unless there's a lot of content with all slimes, you're just going to bring their elemental weakness. In fact, they have, every unit has 2 elemental weaknesses. This is only strong against one of the 9 families. Okay, it looks really exciting when you first see it at first, but they're actually all pretty useless. So yeah, things like that. Blizzard Rush. I'm just going to teach it to the C rank here. So you can see it costs 300 gold to learn a scroll. So we'll put that on them. And just like any other ability, you can actually click from the screen. You can hit learned ability before or after, obviously. So this guy already had Iolan Slash. He had Helichopter, which is a type neutral radius attack. Don't underestimate it. It's pretty useful. And now he's got Blizzard Rush. So even though he's probably got some Awakening perks for this, or it's probably for Iolan Slash's Awakening perks. It's a much less fair, it's a much less far-fetched scenario that Blizzard Rush will be useful. And like I said, just like Iolan Slash and Helichopter, this ability is on them now. You can replace it. You can replace it, and I'll show you that. But you can level this up to 10. Although, be careful if you get rid of it. Okay, I'm not saying not to level abilities that you learn, but you can't be doing this all willy-nilly because, okay, you can see up here on this screen, this is his learned ability. Now I can go ahead and I can teach him another ability very easily. Okay, say Hellfire Slash. Okay, and I don't remember if it warns you, but it will just replace that ability, and that ability is gone. So even if you teach him the same Blizzard Rush again, if you leveled it, you're not getting those levels back. Okay, like I said, that is about to change. You can have a unit with multiple skills and only one of them are used at a time. You can switch back and forth in the out of battle, but we have not gotten that yet. It's very close though. Here's what I want to, probably the best thing for you to know. So like I said, the pure damage scrolls are worthless, especially like the C rank spells. C rank spells are less than worthless. You know what those are good for? They're good for adding to your CP. That is literally all they will do for you now. Okay, but I'm not going to point out every single one, but anything. Well, heals are a little bit outdated. The heal scrolls are a little outdated, but don't count them out. Like mid heal, okay, be careful with your mid heal scrolls. They still actually have some use. Same with meditation. But something like Sweet Breath, okay, this has the chance to sleep things in a line. You've got Buff that can buff your or an ally's defense. Sap that can lower an enemy's attack value. No, sorry. Sap will lower defense. Blunt will lower enemy attack. Both of those are hugely important. You will find out quickly when you get to the harder levels in this game that Blunt and Sap are your most valuable scrolls by a mile. When you see those in a shop, they are one of the top priorities, okay? Do not pass on extra utility scrolls. So anything that sleeps, paralyzes, stuns, raises defense, lowers defense, raises attack, lowers attack, okay? There's nothing that raises attack right now. Anything like that, you pick up like that, okay? You're going to use them. Oh, but I already have 3 saps. Get more, you sap! Get more blunts, get more saps, get more buffs, okay? Those are all incredible. Anything that does a status condition. Ones that heal status conditions, I've never used them, but you know what? Why not have it around? Because like I spent too much time saying, your best units, okay, are not going to have any rolls, any room for damage scrolls. Okay, they're not going to help that unit at all. And if they were, you brought the wrong unit. Okay, utility scrolls are what you want on your S ranks. Okay, bringing a unit that can sap or blunt. Okay, that's what you need. So be very careful with those. And you know what? Here's what's really important. And this is an OG thing. This is like a beginner mistake. I just got this unit. What scroll do I teach it? None, ever. When you first get a unit, you don't teach it anything ever. You wait until you get to a battle that absolutely requires it. You're following a guide that's like, yeah, you got to put sap on him or blunt on him or buff on him. Okay, that's when you do it. Okay, I'm not saying to follow every guide blindly, but that's basically what I do. And you can usually afford that. There's generally a consensus on like, okay, most people have sap on Seraphi, and most people have blunt on Zoma and things like that. Okay. Sometimes you are going to have to switch them, although, like I said, that's kind of based on the old system here. You'll be able to have, you know, something like Seraphi. She's going to have blunt and sap learned now, okay? But yeah, just don't teach any scroll ever until you need it. Except for the damage ones. You know, go nuts. Make your battle road runs easier. So anyway, that's it for today. Good luck, and I'll be back with more soon.